After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
To throw, Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They run it again with Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to find Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 24-yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about
EA's to our nation's capital and FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Bailey now to kick this one away.
let's go, baby. My God! Got 20! I got you, son! Great time!
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Buying time to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eye.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Keenan. Open man downfield. He's got it. It's his running back. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Shamar Stephen there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down, Minnesota.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Oh, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Keenum going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Matthew Ioannidis. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On play action, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here's Matt Weil now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken at the 37. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let him know, let him know. Mark 55. Down.
The final shot before half for Keenum. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back. 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
To throw is Keenum. On the move to his left. Taken in by Sprinkle. A little pitch and catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end up.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, 69 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Makes the score Redskins 21, Vikings nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the gun, here's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Keenum now to throw. Steps away to his left. Now to the left here to Reed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Keenum.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Yeah. Right there. 54. Right there. 50.
Hey, we're good.
Now it's Keenum. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
It's just me and you. Hey, watch that.
Hey, go, Roger.
Here we go on 4th with Keenum. Dancing to his left. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Now Keenum. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. He's got it. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
And Brandon, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
6-6, pull it high.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Cook on the toss left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Here's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
at their own 25-yard line.
Pick up the high. Move 20. Hey, take 53, 55.
Hey. 4 down.
Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
42's mine. 40.
Hey, orbit.
Keenum now to throw. And this is incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Jordan Reed has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now Keenum. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
23 yards the pickup there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Cousins on first down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On second down, Cousins again. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Keenum's going to throw it here. Being chased. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing is Keenum. Forced out to his under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And Reed with it over the middle. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Cousins. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.